Hi, my name is Neb Kamus Sen Atumre, and this is the third video in the series Malachi's Mission Earth. The sun is truly coming out of the east onto the west, and those who endure to the end are receiving the crown of life in the ancient mystic order of Melchizedek, where this message is coming forth to you in order to restore your identity as Nubians. Behold, the Son of Righteousness stands before you with the scroll of Malachi that rebukes the liars for their transgressions, and who will prepare the way for the Messiah by turning the hearts of the fathers to the sons and the sons to the fathers. Or else I, Malachi, will strike the earth with utter destruction. Now you are ready to move to the next level and accept what I was giving you originally, a teaching that none could stand against. You are the meek that are here to dumbfound the wise, and so we are at the beginning again with Sufi and Fezes. Only now we are Sufi under the ancient mystic order of Melchizedek, the beginning of their end. You can't be fooled by any religious doctrines of any kind. No, not nowadays. You have your first tool, this holy tablet. Not someone else's interpretation, your own holy scripture that will dispel the lies, causing all things to perish, making the truth come to light. Anu Alyun Alyun El created a green tree with 4 branches for the 4 scientists and called it the tree of certainty. Shajarat El Yaqeen, the low tree, the green tree. Then he created my light, Malachi Zuda, in a veil of green emerald. Green is growth, as in life through herbs, vegetation, and trees of the land, and algae of the seas. The color green is conceived between the color blue of the sea's water and the color yellow of the sun rays, being the 4th color of the prism, the 4th point in growth or creation, the mental plane. My true color, light, is violet, being conceived from blue, symbolic of the seas, and red, the color red, symbolic of blood. So when I personify in the flesh as a physical blood being mixed with the water's life, I reside in the essence of violet, which is at the tip of the prism like the wing of the peacock. So, Anu Alyun Alyun El created my light and placed it on that tree. So, my light said, glory be to Anu Alyun Alyun El on it for 76 trillion years of the time of the Anunnaki Allahum. Then Anu Alyun Alyun El created the mirror of life, which is the light of the Anunnaki Sarufan. They are the agreeable race of Anunnaki, angelic beings of the green light, and from its reflection created the Anunnaki Garubat, angels of the lesser light, the disagreeable race of Anunnaki. And the mirror was placed to reflect that light of Anu Alyun Alyun El, and it shined as El Nur, the light of Anu, who is El Ilu. When the peacock looked in it, it saw its own reflection it saw its own form as the most beautiful of forms, and it saw its own shape as the most adorned. So it felt embarrassed before Anu and sweated. 7 drops of sweat fell from it. So from the first drop, Anu created you, Codman, son and Khalifa, successor of Atum and his wife Lilith. May Anu be pleased with you, ruler of Nasut, realm of Enosites. From the second, he created one called Ut-Nephishtim, who is also called Noah, son of Lamech, and his wife Camilla. May Anu be pleased with him and her. From the third, he created one called Abram, son of Terah, and his wife Nunah. May Anu be pleased with him and her. From the fourth, he created two, Ishmael and Isaac, sons of Abraham, and his wife Sarai, which was changed to Sarah, and his other two wives, Hagar and Keturah. May Anu be pleased with them. From the fifth, he created one called Moses, or two, called Moses and Aaron, sons of Amram, and his wife Jochebed. May Anu be pleased with them. From the sixth, he created one called Jesus, son of Gabriel, son of Raziel and Zamael, and Mary, one of the Anunnaki Sarufat. He shall be his only begotten in his time. May Anu be pleased with them. From the seventh, he created one called Ahmed, son of Abdallah, and his wife Amina. May Anu be pleased with them all. Then that light of Ahmed, son of Abdallah, and Amina prostrated 3 times, one for each of the human senses. So 3 to 5 prostrations were to become obligatory for his followers at an appointed time. And so Anu made 3 to 5 prayers obligatory for Ahmed and his nation of people. And for the best of his followers, he made 7 prayers, 1 for each of the original tablets of all. Then the peacock looked at the light again, and it sweated from modesty before Anu. From the sweat of its nose, Anu Alyun El created more of the Anunnaki. From the sweat of his face, Anu Alyun El created the shrine of Kodesh, also known as Nippur, and Jerusalem, the footstool, the 7 tablets of forms, the quill, the sun, the moon, the veils, and the stars, and what is in the skies. From the breast, he created the guide, El Mahdi, the reformer, El Mujaddid, and the female and male living beings of knowledge, and the martyrs, the head of which is El Sayyid El Hadi El Mahdi, son of El Sayyid Abdul Rahman El Mahdi, of whom I descended. And from the sweat of its back, he created the visitors of the house, the Kaaba, the holy house, which is in Mecca today, aforetime called Bakka, one in Malakut and one in Nasut, and the places of raising your hands to the skies and prostration to Mother Earth in Nasut. From the sweat of his 2 eyebrows, he created the community of Ahmed, son of Abdallah and Amina. May Anu be pleased with him. Of the faithful and the ones of peace, both male and female living beings called the real Muslims. From the sweat of its 2 feet, he created the planet Earth from the east to the west and what is in it. Then Anu said to the green light, look before you, O light of Marduk, who is called Malachi, Zudok, and Mikael, son of Inki and Damkina. So it looked and saw a light before it, a light behind it, a light on its right, and a light on its left. Lo, these 4 lights were Gabriel Zadok, son of Raziel and Zamael, Raphael Zadok, son of Waqabiel and Fikrael, Uriel Zadok, son of Azariel, and Raphiel, and Israel Zadok, son of Anu and Ed. These are your 4 aids. Each is one of the branches of the tree, the low tree, also called the green tree. May Anu be pleased with them. Now, let us digress here for just a brief moment, people, from this message, and deal with some sound, right reasoning. The angels, Gabriel, the bringer of messages and scriptures, Raphael, the trumpet blower on the last day, Uriel, whose name means fire of El, which is self-explanatory, who is also called Kalkael and Rudwan, and Israel, the angel of death, the taker of the souls of the rich, the poor, the free, and the bond, are the aids or assistants of Malachi's Zadok. Do you understand? Israel Zadok, who is also the 22nd elder on the Biru, is also called Inqi, the son of Anu and Ed. Israel Zadok is the father of Malachi Zadok. So, the underlying implication here is that the planet of the apes is more powerful than the angel Melchizedek and his 4 aids. Or that the Azrael Zadok, the angel of death, is somehow or the other too scared or intimidated to come release his son, Malachi Zadok, the 19th elder on the Bureau, from Florence ADX Maximum Prison in Colorado, USA. Man, oh man, I want to cuss so badly. But a true Shriner has 19 forms of self-control. The first being, quote, a true Shriner is never boisterous, rowdy, rude, obnoxious, ignorant, and avoids the use of vulgarity. This does not restrict them from having fun, unquote. Nevertheless, at this point, you Nubians must be also made aware of the truth behind Freemasonry and Shrinery. It did not originate with the Europeans and the Euro-Americans as you have been led to believe. What is being taught to you by Euro-Freemasons has been grafted from the real and altered for them to suit their needs. And then it has been watered down and passed on to the Afro-Freemasons. Yet none really have the secrets, because present day Masonic and Shriner teachings are only based on European and Euro-American involvement, doctrine, and belief system. The Shriner is a protector of truth. Reveal the lies. Therefore, his lifelong journey across the desert of life is to uncover the truth, reveal the lies, conceal the secret, and protect the shrines of all religions. The original order started in Arabia with the black Arabs. In the York and Scottish Rite of Freemasonry, there are 1 to 33 degrees. This did not exist with the holy or the original degrees, which are Mosesism, Christism, and Mohammedism. To put it simply, it is the study of the 3 monotheistic religions, then on to Sumerian doctrine, and straight on back to ancient Egypt, which is the highest level one can reach. After completing all these, we can no longer be fooled by blind faith and belief. The reorganization of the ancient Egyptian order and Arab nobles of the Mystic Shrine Incorporated was instituted by Khalifa Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali, 599 to 661 AD. The fourth Khalifa, although rightfully the first, after the passing of Mustafa Muhammad al-Amin, 570 to 632 AD. The Prophet of Arabia, being the son-in-law and the cousin of Al-Sayyid Muhammad. Muhammad and Amir al-Mu'minun Ali were first cousins. See that, people? All Nubians. Michael Jackson was not the first Nubian identity that Caucasians stole. They just boldly took him right in our faces. So you can just imagine our family of 5,000 years ago. But now you see Nibiru, they cannot steal the identity of the inhabitants of Nibiru. So they have to punk you out with it's a Death Star, it's a rogue star. That's right. But not for us. That is our ride out of here, out of this mess that he created. Us Nubians, the children of the Anunnaki, is what Revelation 21, 1 through 7 is speaking about. The Caucasians, the Turks, the Gypsies, the Hindu demons, the Mush Arabs, and all other black devils, the haters, is what Revelation 21, 7 and 8 is speaking about. All we are saying to you, King Kong, is to present your family photos or portraits as we are now doing. That is, if they exist. Because a picture paints 1,000 words. We are waiting. So, the sacred order was originally started by the Hashemite tribes. They were responsible for the upkeep of the shrine temple called the Kaaba. The Quraysh tribes collectively became known as the Beccans or Meccans and were in total control of the trade in and out of Mecca. And the Hashemites clan would give the pilgrims bread while on Hajj pilgrimage and protect them. Bear in mind that what the Hashemite just came up with was a real sacred brotherhood of the family of the Prophet called Ahlul Bayt, family of the house, which was made up of male and female members of the noble family, who were called Sharif. Only those who were of the bloodline formed the clan to protect the pilgrim and the secret places and the shrines of Islam. They will do anything that can be done to protect this most holy family. The purpose of this benevolent brotherhood was to protect the pilgrims from bandits that would attack the traveling caravans, outsiders, initiated killings, rapes, and robbery. After the death of Al-Sayyid Mustafa Muhammad al-Amin in the year 632 AD, Indo-Arab tribes and leadership who converted to Al-Islam became prisoners to the commands of Al-Sayyid Muhammad and the laws of the scripture in regards to succession by blood only. Abu Bakr, 573 to 634 AD, also called Abdul al-Kaaba, father-in-law of Muhammad by his youngest wife Aisha, 616 to 678 AD, took successorship of the Ahlul Bayt, people of the house, by force and murder, and established himself as the first caliph. So the sacred brotherhood went underground, initiating only blood relatives. In time, one branch of the family, known as the Abbasides, 568 to 654 AD, one of the sons of El-Sayyid El-Muttalib, 496 to 578 AD, El-Abbas was one of the uncles of the Prophet Muhammad, his father Abdullah's brothers, who wished for his sons to be the heirs of the great metropolis and center of trade. The Abbasides initiated the Turks into the order, who later took control of the caliphate, although they were not blood related. From Turkey, it spread to Baghdad, Iran, Iraq, Persia, even India, and many other Indo-Arab European countries, and formed secret societies known as the Sufi orders, spreading to North Africa from Libya to Algiers. You now have a new order of mixed Berbers. So in essence, every Shriner today technically fall up under the umbrella of Al-Islam